Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Thanks a lot for rushing in.
No problem. Sorry I'm late, but
That's
you know
no
how
problem.
these things
At
go.
least we got some few minutes.
Exactly.
Can I get you something to drink?
Sparkling water?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Seat yourself.
Thank you. I think it is, yeah. The red ones are most of the sparkling most of the time.
So do you speak German then? Because
ein bisschen.
Ein bisschen? Well, more than I do speak
Flemish in my case, yeah.
It's Dutch, isn't it?
It's Dutch.
Someone
it's the
told
same
me.
language. Yeah,
When I visited the first time, I said, what kind of language do you speak? And they said, well, it's basically Dutch.
It's Dutch, yeah. Basically, it's the wording is a bit different. Like you would say, okay, you have German that they speak in German, and then in Switzerland they have another accent. But basically, it's the same. Same language. There you go.
Get you one.
I used to speak German quite fluently when I came out of my secondary school.
Okay.
I had German 3 hours a week for 3 years. So then I was.
Of course, if you don't practice, then.
But then I came to Brussels and started working in a French environment for an English company, and there you go. How do I pronounce your last name?
Well, it's like it's written Paziewski.
Paziewski.
It's Polish.
Okay.
Although I do not have, no connections and stuff like that. It's from parents and grandparents, and that's where it comes from.
Okay.
I have to explain it all of my life, so I don't even have a glass, but you don't mind.
So tell me, let's get into the details.
Yeah.
Right away. Let's do it the Germanic way.
I mentioned it on the phone. We only got away yesterday, and informed yesterday.
Okay.
IBM has acquired Cognos, so it's a brand new information. No one knows what's going on at the moment. It is said that Cognos will operate as a separate entity, so we have like a status quo, which means everything remains the same at the moment for the time being. So this pillar office is one of the issues we got on the list, and I've been to this office just once. When I reached out mid-August or end of August, when it was the first time, and I visited together with Anne Jacobs, the PA here at Cognos Brussels, and had a look at the office, and Anne gave me addendum or appendix to
these ones or the pillar ones?
For the pillar ones.
Okay.
And there seems to be an original contract and an addendum or like an appendix.
I have a contract here that says it's a contract that has been signed on the 1st of October 2004.
Correct, and there must be something beforehand.
But I believe in my knowledge, I believe that this contract cancels everything that has been signed before. Because according to my information that I have, you have the possibility to end this contract on the 30th of September 2008.
Okay.
Because that's your break date. Yeah. It's been signed for 9 years, as all these contracts are signed for 9 years in Belgium until the 30th of September 2013. But you have the possibility to end it at the 4th and the 6th year. So the 4th year, that would be end of September of next year, with 6 months notice.
Okay. Having said this, Sherry Falloon, does this sound familiar to you?
That name rings a bell, yes.
Corporate responsible for Cognos facilities worldwide. And her information is that we would be obliged to pay lapidation, how do you call it? Lapidation or renovation costs. But the lady in the Cognos office here in Brussels,
Mhm.
she had a copy of this, and she said she cannot find anywhere in this agreement a clause saying
Oh,
that.
saying, stipulating that. It is actually what happened when you took up the space. There has been an ingoing inventory that has been made.
Okay.
So that is something that you should get your hands on because we need to read the ingoing inventory in order. You should have one. An
Autos acquired Franco or Pilla around. This is October 2004, and this was the time when we acquired it. It was, the agreement was made shortly before.
Okay.
The
But I know the landlord quite well, so if I ring him and I ask him for a copy of that ingoing inventory, I reckon he will give me that.
Okay, so we're not out to cheat or
No,
whatever.
exactly. It's just a question of circumstances and okay.
Having said this, if you get in touch with the landlord anyhow, then perhaps you could, like investigate what kind of options we would have.
I have been talking to your landlord about 2 years ago to see whether he agreed that you paid a lump sum and that you could step out of your lease obligations. But your landlord is Beffimo, and Beffimo is quoted on the Belgian stock market. It is a REIT, actually.
Okay.
And as it is often the case with that type of landlords, for them it is very important to have their portfolio filled up.
Yeah.
Because vacancy for them has an immediate effect on the value of their stock.
Yeah.
So as the contract was signed in 2004, and I approached them end of 2005, with that question, they said, listen, terribly sorry, this contract is rather new for us. We don't mind if they find a subtenant, but we are not willing to let this tenant go because it will. And at that time, there was quite some vacancy in the office park, so they were not interested in creating extra vacancy. Now,
given that this is just,
given it's only a year away,
and
there was one building entirely vacant in 2005. This building now has been completely filled up.
Yeah.
So I reckon that they might have changed their minds and that they might be open now to discuss an exit out of the lease obligations.
So if you could, get more infos on that, I would appreciate it. I'm happy to, if there needs to be a meeting set up or whatever, I'm happy to drive over or fly over. And then the only remaining thing, basically.
Oh, and to answer your question, if you have a look at Article 15.
If I would be able to read Dutch, can I?
Article 15 says that before the end of the lease contract, the tenant needs to put the offices back in their pristine state. So we need to read the ingoing inventory first to understand what the space was like when you signed the lease contract, and then we can estimate the costs for the situation where we are.
Fine. There's some furniture left in the office space. I don't know if you have any, contacts that. In Germany, for example, we would have there are companies who pick up the stuff and
Pay a
just pay
lump
a lump sum.
I can check that.
It's not that we're out for any fortunes. It's just so we don't have to take care of the